Well, it's been a while since you've heard from me. Things have been busy and I just haven't had a chance to do any vlogging. But today, my buddy Chad, you remember Chad from previous videos?
Hello.
He and I are headed towards a place called Crystal Mill in Colorado. But on the way, we're going to stop and look at a strange little place we've heard about. Don't know how great it is. We'll find out soon, because we're only probably 30 minutes away from it. In far eastern Utah, it's called Fantasy Canyon. And obviously it's not the hot spot of the world, because you just never hear of it, and you hardly ever see any photos from it. But we thought we'd go and try there. And I'm kind of excited about this trip because I have a brand new camera that I just bought about a week and a half ago, and I'm going to be using that. Now right now I'm using the old GoPro. You're going to see a lot more both video and stills from that brand new camera once we kind of get into this trip. Like I say, I've only had it a week and a half, still have a lot to learn. There might be some stuff that you'll never see because it's not ready to be, because of my learning curve. But anyway.
You were trying to be a little sneaky, weren't you?
Me? Sneaky?
Yeah. You didn't tell me about your new camera.
No, I didn't.
No.
So let's roll that intro. We kind of thought that it was going to be dry and deserty, and we were right. And we really didn't have a whole lot of expectations, high expectations for the Fantasy Canyon area. But it was practically on the way. Hardly took any detour. I'm kind of watching my step as I walk along. So let's take a look and see if we can't pull something out. As you can see, the sun is glaring on me and on the rocks. So we'll just have to see what we can get out of this. Wish us luck. Let's take a quick look at some photos. These photos, along with the intro to Fantasy Canyon that you just saw, were all taken with my brand new Fujifilm X-T4. You'll see a lot more from it as we go from here to Crystal Mill. Well, as you can see, we made it up here. Actually, we made it about 2 or 3 hours ago, and I've taken quite a few photos. I'll show you some in a few minutes. But I've really been enjoying my experience with this X-T4, brand new to me, and having fun with it. I did try some HDR video, or not video, but HDR photos, because the dynamic range, the backlit of the beautiful fall leaves was gorgeous, but then it left the front of the mill in dark shadows. We'll see this afternoon what happens when we take it when the sun is shining on the front of the mill, but then it'll be shining on the front of the leaves, and they're going to lose a lot of their color then too. So meanwhile, I'll show you a couple of photos that I got this morning. And right now it's on face recognition. I priority, and so I should be in real sharp focus, and it looks like I am, and the mill in the background is way out of focus, and that's what it should be for this kind of thing. So just testing this baby out and really enjoying it. Well, we're headed down after a great day at Crystal Mill, and Chad is not going to be looking at the camera. I hope. Please don't look at the camera, Chad, because this is one rough road. If you decide you want to come to Crystal Mill, do it, but make sure you've got the vehicle for it with high clearance, and it can crawl over some rocks, not big rocks, but clearance is important. My goodness gracious, can you possibly not hit every single one? Anyway, we're going to play a quick little game. Don't be looking at my camera.
You've got your cover on it.
Right. So, play a little game. It's called the good, the bad, and the ugly. So, of our trip up to Crystal Mill, we were up there for like 6 hours, something like that, 5 hours, 6 hours.
It paid off though.
What was the good?
Just a gorgeous spot, and it changed as the day changed, and so I'm glad we stayed up as long as we did, because we saw early morning and we saw late afternoon, and every one of those shots were completely different.
The mill is just a real treat to look at. The fall colors, I don't know if we could have done much better. Maybe 1 or 2 or 3 days different. Oh, here we got a meet.
He's got a
vehicle. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, there's not much room for meeting vehicles here, but we've got a little space. And so we've just beautiful. Okay, what was the bad? We had the good. What's the bad?
Well, this is an awful road, but
this is one bad road.
It's like going to Disneyland and going on Indiana Jones, just on steroids.
Yeah, for 6 miles of really rough road, and there were some crowds up there. Some of them walked, if you can believe it. It's a 4-mile walk. There's a place down here about 4 miles, 6 miles of dirt road, but some of them walked. A lot of them brought side-by-sides and other ATVs. Just went by 2 walkers, yeah. And some of them bicycled. And what was the ugly? Of course, maybe the bad and the ugly kind of cross over each other.
Probably the first person that jumped in the water.
She was actually fairly pretty. Yeah, we had a couple of girls up there in their swimsuits, bikinis, not real small bikinis, but that wanted to put on a good show, and they were cute, so that was fine. And then I'll tell you what I thought was the ugly was having to leave, because it is so beautiful up there, and I kept thinking, oh, I'm sure I can just get one more picture. I'm sure I can get just one more picture. So now the ugly is going to be going home and sorting out and saying, how do I delete, or how do I select the best ones? I think that's going to be ugly. What are your Is that kind of going to be your issue too?
Yeah, but I think I'm going to have a lot of really good ones because we did it from so many different angles that I think it's just a matter of choosing the best picture at a particular spot.
So that's our trip to Crystal Mill, and this is the world's oldest video. What is it?
Vlogger.
The world's oldest vlogger, isn't it? See, it's been so long since I put out a vlog that I forgot what to call myself. This is the world's oldest vlogger, Scott Law, with his good buddy Chad Barton.
We'll get you back to your basement as quick as possible.
And until next time,
see.
keep on keeping on.
This is one I might have you get out and take a look at.
Okie dokie, we'll do her.